Here's another shot of the lower retaining wall. He's almost done digging this. So you can see the dug out for the footing here. Down in here I'm about this tall. Well, actually it's about 5 foot. Anyway, the footing's going to be 15 inches high, and then of course that channel will be filled with concrete. So all that will be 15 inches high. It comes to here. I don't know if you can see this transition, but it steps up about 1.5 feet. And then this will be 15 inches high here. There'll be another channel right in here. And that will be the footing. And then we'll have steel poking up all along that channel. There'll be steel coming up just like we did up there. And then after they pour that and pull the forms out, then they'll form up the retaining wall. And then the retaining wall is going to stand. He showed me how high. It's just right about the height of that vine right there. So pretty tall from here. Not real tall from when you're standing up top there. But it looks perfect. I mean, in my opinion, that if you're in the pool and you're looking out over the edge to that infinity edge, and then you'll have the view of the whole vineyard, because I think you'll be right up at the same height of that vine right there, so you'll be able to see the full view. It looks like that's how it'll work. I think it's pretty cool. And this is the vault, this big hole here, where the pool equipment, all that stuff will sit in there. So anyway, they're getting it. This will be dug out in the morning, the rest of this. And then they will start forming it on Monday, he said. Diego, the foreman, concrete foreman, he said he hopes to pour this footing on by Friday, next Friday. So that would be nice. Get that done before it rains. And then they can start forming up the forming up the retaining wall. They backfill with that whole wall is backfilled behind, and then you can see they filled this in. This is the house is over there, so the farthest west retaining wall here. They filled this in. I guess this will be landscaped, my understanding. You gotta go a little higher with this. There's a pencil line on the wall there. Looks like it runs kind of right there. So a little bit more dirt in here. So yeah, so we got this all. I got this disc today. This whole South Vineyard. Jimmy's been going through. He's got all the mylar, that metal ribbon that we put up to scare the birds off. He's got all that pulled down. All the ribbons, cleared all the ribbons off everything. We had a lot of ribbons from years ago. It's just hard to know what's what with all these ribbons everywhere. So we just stripped everything except for blue. We kept the blue ones because those are for replants. But anyway, it'll be all cleaned up. And then Tony wants to come in and mark something. Or if we want to mark something, like if we see something that needs fixing, irrigation or something, we can mark it with a ribbon and we'll be able to see it. Anyway, the disking's done. We're gonna ring roll it tomorrow, smooth it out. We got a few rocks up on Red Hills up there, a couple big rocks. So we got to go through and pick up some rocks. We got most of them last year, but there's still some in there, still a lot in there. But anyway, pick up the big ones so we can smooth it out nice. And then I say ring roll it, and then I will seed it this weekend. Hopefully have that all done by Monday morning. And then I'm waiting to hear back from you on the hauling the dirt, but plan is to start hauling the dirt Monday. Try to get it all out of here next week. Because they said they don't need any of that dirt up there. And that pile is getting really big. So, anyway, I'll show you this pile up here real quick. It grew tremendously, as you can tell by the big hole back there. I got a bunch here. A bunch over here. And then this pile runs all the way back over there where they got the visqueen over it. Anyway, a lot of dirt. And so they need room anyway. We need to get out of here before the rain. Plus, they're going to need room when they start digging the pool. They're going to need a place to put dirt. And Bob and Diego both assured me that they won't need any more. They won't need any of this dirt for backfilling. We got plenty of dirt over there when we dig out the pool and dig out some other stuff. Be plenty of dirt, so this can all go. The plan is just to put it out and back there. I mean, I where you were talking about out at the burn pile, we could fill all those low spots out there and just kind of level that off. We'll have time for you to come up and kind of walk over that with me and tell me exactly where you think you want the dirt. But anyway, yeah, behind this wall is all backfilled. And anyway, it's looking great. Another great day. We're gonna have a great weekend up here.